Hello, my name is Amanda Perez, and I did my term paper of simulation in motorsports, specifically optimizing vehicle performance. So I picked two different papers, one being the modeling and control of vehicle dynamics for high performance vehicles using simulation tools. This one is basically a basic introduction to simulations tools used for vehicle performance optimization, whether it's tire modeling, suspension, or aerodynamic. And it has real world case studies in motorsports that I would like to use. And the second paper is a comprehensive review of advanced driver assistance systems and their evaluation using driver simulators. So this paper talks about the use of simulators for assessing driver behavior, specifically the reaction and behavior under racing conditions and the ADAS features and their impact on their performance. So for the first paper, it talks about what tools engineers use for motorsports. So the basic three softwares that they use is CarSim, Simulink, and BSV Pro. CarSim simulates vehicle dynamics and handling on different track conditions, and it also helps optimize different aspects of the car, whether it's tire performance, braking, suspension, aerodynamics, without the need of physical testing. Then we have Simulink, and that really focuses on the control systems of the vehicle, whether it's braking or traction control, anything like that. And it also simulates driver inputs and evaluates the vehicles before you even get on the sim. Then there's VSV Pro, which focuses on suspension design and tuning and vehicle behavior when you need to fine-tune handling instabilities. These tools replicate the behavior of vehicles in various track conditions without the need for traveling to a track and spending so much money and time with real world testing. So there's different methods for optimizing these vehicle performance, one being suspension tuning. So the simulation optimizes damping, spring rates, geometry, anything for suspension for better handling and stability on different tracks. And this allows engineers to have the best setup without physical testing. And it can help tune for either high-speed cornering, bumpy surface, or anything like that they need for a race before any physical testing. There's also tire modeling, and people in the tire modeling world use a magical formula to simulate tire performance, whether it's grip, wear, temperatures, if it's wet, dry, high-speed corners, stuff like that. And it helps predict tire behavior and selects the best compound for each scenario. And again, all these save time and money. Then there's the aero part. You could access different downforces, different drags, and helping you achieve the best balance of safe or setup for each track and each vehicle that you have. And this could be different wing configurations, ride height, camber to win, anything like that to test the stability for different tracks. And also you can have your own track or even tracks that you're going to be simulated and drive in there. And this can help drivers with their braking zones. They can help predict vehicle behavior, and you can also change the setup on the same track to see the different varieties. And again, saving time and money. There's a couple case studies in the first paper, one being a team using CarSim to simulate tire performance under different conditions, and they would adjust the tire pressure and basically select the best tire compounds based on data. And this allowed the team to optimize tire performance without spending so much money and time on tire tests, and they actually improved the grip and minimized the tire wear. Then there's a second case study where they used Simulink for different suspension configurations, and it gave them the best damping and spring rates for the stability of a particular racetrack. And then by using these simulations, they were able to get the best suspension setup, which gave them faster lap times without even relying on the physical testing. And basically what these two cases are showing is that engineers can do a wide range of setups in a fraction of the time, and it allows for reducing testing costs, which allows teams to focus on the tuning rather than just trial and error of physical testing. Additionally, the simulators also help the engineer make rapid decisions and give them real-time data to make decisions on tires, suspension, aerodynamics, or any of these different race case scenarios. And it makes them have decisions quickly and ensures the best performance without any delays, like in physical testing. So the second paper has more of an ADAS approach to motorsports. So they also introduce simulators, and they talk about how it combines real driver's action in a simulated environment. And then this specifically helps train drivers and optimize their performance. So the first one is talking about mostly how engineers can help with the setup of the car, and this one talks about how the driver's behaviors with the simulation. So driver performance, it can track behavior in high performance scenarios with corners, braking, and reaction times during emergency, and can also give feedback, which can help with driver coaching. This could be through Miltech or anything with cause work and stuff like that. It also helps with lane keeping assist and adaptive cruise control in like production vehicles, and they're using that to be tested in motorsports. And they use it to provide safety features and allows drivers to drive freely. As well as they have evaluations. So these are used to have emergency braking on driver behavior and the race outcomes and how that works. It also, engineers are looking to see how it disrupts or enhances the quote unquote natural driving style these drivers have, especially when they're racing at limits, high limits of their performance. And with this paper, motorsport teams can determine how these features can improve driver safety without compromising their performance. So these simulators have different driving inputs, whether it's steering, brake, and acceleration, and the engineers can look back at this and try to coach them in specific environments. And these simulators are very powerful because they can conduct real world condition and allows engineers to see all this data and try to either change the balance of the car or coach the driver. These simulators can also measure a driver's reaction time to different stuff, avoiding obstacles, traffic changes, anything like that, and can track a consistency over multiple laps, whether it's vehicle control, lap time, or tire pressure, different conditions. We can also incorporate fatigue factors to study driver performance, which is very crucial in endurance racing. And they could also test drivers' reaction times with overtaking, breaking points, stuff like that. And we can put them in high pressure situations and enhance that driver's training without going to the track and spending hours and hours on the track. They can get on the simulator and go for hours with the safety and available data for the engineers. And with the simulator, they can adapt to different track conditions and have real life challenges in the sim, like weather changes, tire degradation, stuff like that. And all this data allows the engineers and the coaches to narrow down the specific skills the drivers need to practice, and whether it's braking zones, racing lines, stuff like that, in a safe environment. So the ADAS, such as lane keeping assist and emergency braking, are typical for consumers and are now being tested again in motorsports. These simulators are used to evaluate the effects of ADAS on racing performance, specifically in high-speed cornering or braking. The lane keep assist can help drivers maintain a consistent line through the corners, especially under fatigue. And the automatic emergency braking can intervene during the high-speed braking to avoid collisions. Now, this was useful for safety, but engineers are studying whether this interferes the driver's natural reactions. The simulators can assess how they interact with the driver's input, whether it's steering, brake, and acceleration, and it could also reduce a driver's need for his or her manual steering input, which can affect their racing line. However, the ADAS can enhance safety and prevent such different lockups, and it can help with the physical and mental strain of a driver. However, it's a little bit of a challenge because it can hinder a driver's ability to make their decisions on their own, which is like the biggest aspect of racing, and it can disrupt the driver's natural control. The simulators provide a platform to test the ADAS and affect lap times and driver behavior. And this will tell engineers whether these symptoms will enhance or hurt the driver's ability to control the vehicle. So in summary, all these tools are essential for vehicle performance, and these simulations help engineers and the team both with data and saving time and money, which everybody wants. It allows them to run multiple driving conditions to model the driver behavior, the reaction time, and their adaptability to help their training. So when they're on the track, they have a lot more hours of practice. With ADAS in motorsports, they are being evaluated to improve driver safety and performance, but they're also looking at if it hurts or helps the driver's natural inputs and sees if there's any challenges or benefits. In the future, I think there should be some AI integration to help both the vehicle dynamics and the driver performance. AI could also help simulate more realistic driving behaviors and predict how the vehicles can react. There's an increasing focus on real-time feedback to drivers, not just after the simulation. This could include insights, adjustment of vehicles, or AI-driven suggestions to improve racing lines. Same thing with tire modeling. This can help with tire wear, the temperature and grip levels, and even help the teams even make more quicker decisions. And overall, just ADAS can help with the balance between driver control and assistance and what that line is between the two. Overall, the tools are helping the teams tremendously on the optimization of both this car setup and the driver performance, and allows for faster feedback on decision making. And the technology has a bunch to improve, and it continues to improve and has a bigger role in motorsports as the years go by. And overall, it's going to help both the teams and the drivers have more practice, save money, and is safer. And I think is like a win for all parties involved. That is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.